morning everyone. Today I would like to explain the definition of dangerous good. So, dangerous good are materials or substances that can pose risk to health, safety, property, and the environment if they are not handled properly. This good requires special handling, storage, and transportation procedures to prevent accident and hazard. Examples of dangerous goods include petrol, chemical, gas cylinder, and toxic substances. For example, petrol is highly flammable and can easily catch fire if exposed to heat or sparks. Chlorine gas can also be harmful to human health if inhaled in large amounts. Because of this risk, workers must follow safety procedures and use proper protective equipment such as gloves, helmets, and masks when handling dangerous goods. In conclusion, dangerous goods require extra care and strict safety measures to ensure safe storage and transportation. So next, I will explain the classification of dangerous goods. Dangerous goods are divided into 9 classes based on their type of hazard. This classification system helps workers identify risks and apply the correct handling procedures. For example, Class 1 include explosive, while Class 2 include gas such as LPG. Class 3 consists of flammable liquids like petrol and diesel, and Class 4 include corrosive substances such as sulfuric acid. Each class has its own hazard symbol and warning label. This symbol helps workers quickly recognize the type of danger involved and improve safety during storage and transportation. Therefore, understanding the classification system is important to ensure dangerous goods are handled safely and correctly. So now I'm going to explain the importance of handling dangerous goods properly. Proper handling is important because dangerous goods can cause accidents such as fire, explosion, chemical spills, and toxic gas leaks if they are not managed correctly. For example, storing flammable chemicals near heat source may cause fire or explosion. Chemical spills can also harm workers and damage the environment. Proper handling helps protect workers' safety during storage and transportation activities. It also ensures companies follow safety law and regulation to avoid penalties and financial loss. In conclusion, following the correct procedures is important to reduce risk, protect the environment, and maintain a safe working environment. That's all from me. Now I'm going to pass to the next presenter.
Next, I will explain the method used in handling dangerous goods. There are several important methods that must be followed to ensure dangerous goods are handled safely and correctly. First, dangerous goods must be used proper packaging. Suitable packaging help prevent leakage, contamination, or damage during storage and transportation. Strong packaging is important because damaged container may cause accident or chemical spill. For example, flammable liquids such as petrol are usually stored in special metal container that can withstand heat and pressure. Second, all dangerous goods must have clear label and hazard symbol. This label provides important information about the type of dangerous involved and correct handling procedure. Workers can quickly identify whether the goods are flammable, toxic, or corrosive. Third, accurate documentation is also very important. Documents such as shipping paper and safety data sheet contain detail about the dangerous good being transported. This information help worker and emergency respond take the correct action during accident. Now I will explain the equipment used in handling dangerous goods. Special equipment is required to ensure safety during handling and transportation activity. One of the most commonly used equipment is the forklift. Forklifts are used to lift and move heavy dangerous goods safely inside warehouse or storage area. For example, chemical drums and gas cylinders are usually transported using forklift to reduce manual handling and avoid accident. So, in addition, worker must wear personal protective equipment, also known as PPE. PPE includes safety helmet, glove, goggle, face mask, and protective clothing. These items help protect workers from injured and exposed to harmful substances. For instance, worker handling corrosive chemical must wear gloves and goggles to protect their skin and eyes from chemical burn. Emergency equipment is also very important. Fire extinguishers are used to control fire, while spill kits are used to clear chemical spill quickly and safely. These tools help reduce damage during emergency. Therefore, workers must know how to use the equipment correctly before handling the dangerous goods. Proper equipment can improve safety and reduce workplace accident. Next, I will explain the Standard Operation Procedure or SOP for handling dangerous goods. SOP are important guidelines that workers must follow to ensure dangerous goods are handled safely and correctly. Following SOP can help reduce accident and improve workplace safety. The first step is identifying the type of dangerous goods before handling them. Workers must know whether the goods are flammable, toxic, corrosive, or explosive. The second step is checking hazard label and safety instruction carefully. This label provides important information about risk and proper handling method. After that, worker must handle the goods according to the correct procedure. They should avoid road handling and ensure the goods are stored or transported safely. Worker must also wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as gloves, helmet, and goggles. PPE help protect workers from injury and exposed to dangerous substances. Finally, workers must follow emergency procedure if an accident occurs. For example, if there is a chemical spill, workers should use spill kits and report the accident immediately. Therefore, SOP are very important to ensure safety and prevent accident when handling dangerous goods.
Now, let's move on to the critical aspect of our topic is a safety measure. When we deal with dangerous goods in the shipping industry, we are not just handling cargo, we are managing high-level risk. To ensure the safety of the crew, the vessel, and the environment, several strict measures must be implemented to reduce this risk effectively. So, as you can see on the slide, we have categorized this measure into the three main pillars. Alright, for the first is training. Worker must receive comprehensive and proper training before they are allowed to handling the hazard material. It's not just enough to know the job. They must follow safety guidelines at all times to prevent human error, which is often the leading cause of accident. Second is proper storage. Dangerous goods cannot be stored like a general cargo. They must be stored in specialized facilities that meet safety standards to ensuring the incompatible chemical are kept apart, avoid dangerous reactions. Third is emergency plan. No matter how prepared we are, we must always expect the unexpected. Preparedness involves having a solid emergency plan to handle any incident effectively, ensuring everyone knows their roles when an alarm sounds. To give you a clear picture of why these measures are vital, let's look at an example case. So, for the example case is a chemical spill. Incident like this often happen due to improper handling or the use of damaged container that fail during transit. When a spill occurs in a race against time, in such situation, worker must strictly follow established emergency procedure. The first priority is safety. Worker must use appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE) such as hazmat suit and respirator, as shown in the visual. Finally, this must work to control and contain the spill immediately to prevent further damage to the environment of the ship structure. So, in the conclusion of this section, handling dangerous goods is a zero-error task by combining rigorous training, secure storage, and ready-to-act emergency plan. We can ensure that even when things go wrong, we have the tools and knowledge to protect life and cargo. Thank you, and now I will be passed to the floor to my group's member for the next section.
Alright, let's move to the challenge number 1. Undeclared dangerous goods. Shipper hide dangerous goods to save money or avoid paperwork. A box labeled toys contain corrosive liquid. A drum marked paint hold flammable solvent. Your team handled it normally. No special PPE, no cigarette ration, one puncture or spark, and your facility is in crisis. Alright, let's move to challenge number 2. Incompatibility goods stored are loaded together. Flammable liquid beside oxidizer, acid above the base in crowded warehouse or packed truck. Segregation rules are often ignored. A single leak can trigger a fire, toxic gas release, or explosion inside your own hub. Alright? Let's move to the challenge number 3. Paperwork error and driver knowledge gaps. Missing UN number, wrong packing group, no emergency contact, and driver who have not been trained on basic dangerous goods sign or spill response when something goes wrong on the road. First responder get no useful information, and your company take full liability. Every challenge has a fix. None of these improvements require a full overhaul, just smarter process and practical tools. Here that's work. Improvement: inbound dangerous goods screening. Implement random X-ray or sniffer checks at receiving. Requires every shipper to sign a dangerous goods declaration waiver with legal consequence for fast declaration. And train your docks worker to spot red flag, tape drum, oddsman, and small box. Okay, let's move to the improvement number 2. Color zone storage and physical loading divider. Mark warehouse floor, red floor flammable, yellow for oxidizer, blue for corrosive, enforce a 1 meter gap between incompatible class. In truck, use plastic divider or secondary containment trays and use a digital loads planner that's auto alert when incompatible dangerous goods are placed together. Okay, let's move to improvement number 3. Digital dangerous good documentation plus driver aids. Switch to digital dangerous good form that automatically validate every required field. UN number, class, packing group, emergency phone, no more missing info. Give driver a laminate dangerous good pockets guide with pictogram and emergency step, and run a 5-minute dangerous good refresher on their phone apps every month.